Hey, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Bet with the Genius. Bet with the Genius. Sean Miller, Soccer Betting Genius. Whatever you want to call it. We have another episode here today. And see what's going on with these games right now. Like, subscribe, ring that bell. Make sure you're checking in and getting all the game. Cluj, terrible result. Cluj, Razgrad wins 2-0. Malmo wins 3-2. Gives up a goal in the 90 plus 2 with 10 men. Sorry, they were up a man and gave up a goal in the 90 plus 2. I mean, it's just like, that's just terrible. These teams stink. The New Saints won 1-0. Interesting game there. These games are tough to play. We're going to go over some of the ones tomorrow. Like the ones a little bit better tomorrow. Specifically, there's some pretty good teams playing tomorrow. But just remember this for next week. Malmo struggled to beat this team that lost to, that just beat a terrible team last week. So, Malmo's not getting into the group stage. I don't even think they'll get into the the Europa League or the whatever. I don't even know. I think if you lose here, you got to go into the playoff here somewhere. Maybe they get into something, but it's just bad. All right, like, subscribe, ring the bell. It should be every day. You'll be able to watch all the shows on Max Wagers Network. Remember, every week. AM Plus Money on Monday and Thursday. Working on a guest for Tuesdays for the show for the future. I think I got one lined up. As we get closer to the Premier League, I think we'll be all right with that. So that'll be good. Wednesdays, Rick Fortenbaugh, Parlay Betting Maestro. He's texting me all the time telling me, look at this parlay I just won. And let's see what he got for... I'm going to give you these. Listen to these plays here as I plug my phone in before it dies. For some reason, my phone does not charge with these cords. Some of these junky cords, man. Throw that in the junk drawer over there. Listen to this play here. So he's got 3-leg parlay yesterday. Harju JK Lagri, Estonian ESA Liga A match betting live minus 530. That won. Finnish Vikings Ilves betting live minus 300. These are all teams that are winning at the time, right? HIFK versus Ilves. In the Norwegian League, Brand match betting live minus 600. So that's 3 games that he bet minus 530, minus 300, minus 600, all live, all with those teams leading the game, right? And it paid minus 120. So, you can. I'm going to get you his. I'm going to get you his Twitter here. It's just Rick Fortenbaugh, I believe. Oh no, that's from 2014. It's not from there. Hold on, I'll get you here. I think it's profile. He followed me recently here. I'll find it. Rick Fort 7. RICK. I'll put that at the bottom here. I'll put that in a banner. So if you want to follow Rick and win these parlays in game, these crazy parlays that he does, look, follow this guy because he's going to be on tomorrow anyway. But that's his Twitter right there. There's a lot of ways to make money during the games here. For me, if I'm betting that, I probably wouldn't cash that out if it was 3-1 and it was well, you know what? I don't know. Let me pull up share the screen here. I'm going to show you this, right? This is how crazy this game was. They got a 39th minute red card. Okay. He got his second red card after he scored. So he probably took his shirt off like a dope and then scored. They make it 3-1. So it's 2-1. They're playing down a man. So Malmo is playing up a man, and Malmo is -1, whatever you have Malmo at. I have him at -1 or whatever today. So I think in the free play, I gave it at -1. But Cluj didn't win, so it didn't matter. So they finally take the lead here at 3-1. And even though they have a red, I'm probably cashing out, to be honest. I can't be bothered. If they struggle this much to get a third goal to cover the thing, as soon as they score, you're better off just cashing out. It's just, yeah, Bill, look, if you would have bet, I went back and looked at it today for the ESPN show we're doing this weekend. If you would have bet Austin FC, let me just pull this up. I'm going to show you this. This is ridiculous. Austin FC away this tournament. Every single game you see here on this screen, right here, Austin FC was plus 230 or higher. Right? Plus 380 last night, Austin FC win. Plus 240. It might have been higher than that, to be honest. Win. Plus 300 win. Plus whatever, loss. Plus 500 win. So for the last 5 games, Austin FC, and they got 3 red cards in those games. For the last 5 games, Austin FC has been a plus 230 or higher favorite or underdog in these games on the road and have won. If you bet all 5 of these games, if you bet $100 on all 5 of those games, you would have been up way over $1,000. This is 380. This is 300. This is close to 300. You're up way over $1,000, probably like $1,200, $1,300 right now, just from betting Austin FC on those games. And the books still, they're the number 2 team in all of MLS right now. They're 2 points behind LAFC. They're ridiculous. They got 35 goals, and the books still make them heavy underdogs. They're underdogs this weekend. Look at this. How crazy is this game? Oh, maybe they're not. Look. They're at Atlanta United. They're plus 265 again against Atlanta United, who stinks. Atlanta United's no good. Here's Atlanta. Atlanta's in 22nd place. They stink. They give up 26 goals. They give up goals like a sieve. Again, they're plus 265. Don't wait. Just do it. Just bet it. You can't even think about it at this point. It's just crazy. They're 10-4-4. This is, I don't even know what to compare it to. If you just bet Austin FC every game on the road, the last 5 games, if you bet $10, you're up over $130. If you bet 100, you're up over $1,300 just on one team. And they're good. This team is good. Look who they're like, the LAFC, Red Bulls, Philadelphia, Montreal. These are all teams that have won the supporters shield in the last like 4 or 5 years. And there's Austin FC right in the middle of them. They're a very good team. And at some point, these books are going to figure it out. But they still haven't. They still haven't figured it out. It's crazy right now. I just don't get it. Caesars Sportsbook promotion. New users wager up to $1,500 for your first bet. If you win, congrats. If you don't, get that amount back as a free bet to use on your wager. Use promo code VideoWinners15. Be sure to follow the Max Wagers Network all day. You got all these shows. Make sure you're following, right? All right. Let's look at some of these games. It's just, look, I'm not even going to, Kaepernick is going to come on Friday and tell you, take Austin FC. I'm going to tell you on Friday, take Austin FC. Just do it. Look, Atlanta United might win the game. They're at home. But, like, Austin FC is good. Manchester City is not plus 265 against Norwich City. Chelsea isn't plus 265 against Fulham. Just nuts. With the LA Derby coming up as well, whatever they call that game. Some group stage things. Yeah, it's just crazy to me. I don't even know. Let's look at Sudamericana first, because I know Plus Money looked at so we got today. Let's look at today first. Nacional is up 2-0 heading to Union. Estadio 15 de Abril in Argentina. Had to check where that was. And Colo with a big 2-0 win last week. So you see these lines here. Internacional is minus 162. Colo plus 440 to qualify here. You know, Colo is minus 400. So, you know, I'm not probably touching that. Nacional is minus 500. I don't really love these games today. If you think you have if you have a play when Foxy comes on, Foxy, if you have a play, if you're around here, let me know. I don't love them. Probably going to take a pass on these and look at some of these games. I know we talked about these yesterday a little bit. Just wanted to kind of go over it. Boca Juniors, Corinthian. Uh, 0-0. Libertad down 2-1 heading home, and Mineiro is 1-1 heading home against Emelec. Remember, Mineiro is probably going to win this game. Probably going to try. I think we talked yesterday a little bit about minus 1.5 in this game. It's the early game here. I So -1.5, I think, there with Minero. I'll tell you what, man. Corinthians are draw at basically even money. These two teams played twice in the group stage. Corinthians won 2-0 at home. They drew 1-1 in Boca Juniors. They just drew 0-0 at home. So Corinthians has gotten a result in all three matches. The 410 is interesting to me as well. Plus 410. This plus -105 here might be the value play. You get 2 out of the 3 chances here in that game. Over on cards. Yeah. Oof, look at that. That is crazy. Let me just take a look at this game. How many cards there were in that game? Last time, I think there was a lot. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a missed penalty from Corinthians. So Corinthians outplayed them probably. No, Boca Juniors outplayed them. Boca Juniors have more shots on target. I don't know about that. I like the fact that you can get 2 of the 3 results here. What's the problem here? 3.5 for Corinthians. Over. They're saying Corinthians going to get 4 cards. Man. Red card plus 163. It's not bad, Bill. It's not too bad right there. This is, where are we here? This is a site. I don't know why. I just like these guys. They're all the same, to be honest, but they say Boca Juniors 1-0. Expert partners predicting under 3.5 goals. Well, yeah. It's -835. Thanks for the expert tip there, pal. Whew. 1-0 is plus 390. I think I'll probably lay off this game, to be honest. But if I bet this, I would probably take Corinthians or draw, just because of this. This game is tough. Paranenses won the last 2-1, 2-0. Libertad won 1-0 in the group stage. The 1 goal changes this. I don't know. That's a tough game. I don't love these games tonight, to be honest. I'd rather look at these Champions League games for tomorrow and see what we can do. Hold on 1 second. Got to get a tissue. My allergies are blowing up. Moved out of the city into the suburbs, and now I can't get a break with these allergies. Just really disappointed in some of these teams today. Once again, Shamrock Rovers. It's man. They were a big line. I should have just taken them. I really liked Ludogorets today. I just think Ludogorets has this thing, but Cluj let me down a lot. Tomorrow, these lines are. Let's look at these. I don't even know if they have Bodo Glimt -1115. See if we got Asian line here. You know what? -2.5 here is not a bad play. Cruzeiro in Brazil Serie B. Yeah, that's one of. Let me look at that for you before we go to. Today. Look at all these friendlies. Wow. You can tell it's just these random friendlies too. Like I always like, Havant and Waterlooville. I always pass that line when I'm in London. Like Dortmund's playing like Lunar SV. I remember a couple of times like all these teams would come over to tour, right? And then like West Bromwich Albion would come tour, and I'd be like, what? Like it was so crazy. Yeah, Cruzeiro is rolling right now. 37 points. They are playing who? Ituano. Yeah, I think you got to take a chance there, Bill, on Cruzeiro. I think that's a good call. They're just playing so well. The only thing with Cruzeiro is that they just 15 games and they've scored 20 goals. So they're not scoring a lot of goals, one goal, a little bit over a goal a game, but they don't allow any goals. So, and they're 8-0 at home, 13 goals allowed, 13 goals scored, 1 goal allowed. On the road, they are 7 goals scored, 5 goals allowed. So they've been a little bit worse on the road. But let's see what like Ituano is at home. Ituano is not very good at home either. So yeah, I think you gotta try to. How about that? Chapecoense is last at home, 1, 2, and 4. On the road, they're first. That's amazing. I have a Chapecoense scarf. I got it in Portugal. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I think that Cruzeiro game is pretty good odds. I mean, plus 112. I'm going to jump on that, I think, when I get done with the show. What time is that game? 6 o'clock. So you got a little time. Yeah, I'm going to jump on that, I think. And thank you, Bill, for pointing that out. A little bit of a crazy day. So, Champions League qualification. Okay, so Bodo Glimt minus. I'll put him at -2 to be honest, -175, and put in a parlay. Maribor line is moving. Maribor was minus 143 this morning. Slovan Bratislava was minus 180. Crazy line movements. Maybe an adjustment to some of these games to happen today. Plus 5 to 1. Maybe you do a round robin. I like Ferencváros here in this game, money line, a little bit. I think, obviously a good team. Bodo Glimt, I think you got to take the chance on them at -2 or -2.25. Let me see something. I mean, you could probably bump it up to 2.5. If you're gonna bet it straight, I'll just bump it to 2.5. Just hope they win by 3 goals. So once again, you're minus 124 for 2.25, and if they win by 2, you lose half your bet anyway. So you might as well this is just my philosophy. I'll just rather take a shot on that. I know. This is crazy to me. I'm gonna look for this. That was I can't believe that was last year. Sheriff beat Real Madrid at Real Madrid with an 89th minute goal. They beat the team that ended up going on to win the European Championship. Sheriff beat them last year. And they're only plus 105 against their Zrinski Mostar. I mean, I forget how to spell this. It's Zrinski. I looked this up. I will say this: when you go to this sports mode, say whatever, they're all the same, but it'll tell you. They finished 27 points clear in Bosnia. So, they win a lot of games, but they don't have a lot of players. They got a signing here, blah, blah, blah. So they lost, Sebastian Thill went back on loan. Ferencváros took Adama Traore, not that Adama Traore, the other one. So they do have another attacking player here. But, this site likes Sheriff 2-0. And once again, it's just me. It would just be like me saying, I like Sheriff 2-0. It's just a guy. So, but I like they say, because it shows you, if you're trying to find out the information, if you're trying to go and find who's injured, who's not going to play, who's got red cards, who it is, that sports mode site is pretty good. And they do a lot of other games and stuff, but that's, I do like that. So, I mean, for me, and this game is at 2:00 tomorrow. So once again, it'll be done before I'm on the air here. This will be my play. I like Tiraspol tomorrow. But I'm going to see something. They don't let you bet it with the Asian handicap. I might take a chance on them, bump it up. Maybe -1, something like that. I'll bet them straight, maybe, but I'll take them -1. French Varos, this one, Bodo Glimt, obviously -2, or if you're putting in a parlay, -2, -175. These lines are a little bit crazy to me. I don't, this Maribor game, I don't know why this line has moved. It's got to be because of these weird results today. That would be my guess. I can't imagine somebody Maribor was in the Champions League 2018, 2017, and they have never been eliminated in the first round of the Champions League qualifying before. So there's that. Shakhtar Soligorsk won the Belarus title, the greatest league in the world during the pandemic. Maribor is very healthy. Both teams really. No, they like Maribor. I do like, this line was -143 this morning when I looked at it. So, Maribor here at +100 is pretty decent. Pretty decent value here. I might have to think about that. Not a lot to think about, though. I think +100 is pretty interesting. And then same thing with Slovan Bratislava. I don't know why this line is moving as much as it is. We will look and see if there's any injuries. But who they're playing. To me. It's easier to go out of the site and come back in than it is sometimes to like navigate around, which is a little bit of a problem. So Vladimir Weiss is the coach. Slovan Bratislava. Okay. This kid was a pretty good player. Georgia, team from Georgia. And not Atlanta, not Atalanta either. Georgia, the country. Now here they're talking about the Georgian champions, maybe getting a result here. So, now I'm gonna probably, since I don't agree with that, sometimes I'll go look somewhere else. But it is what it is. A lot of these teams, I trust my eyes sometimes with the smaller teams that I don't see enough of. Like when I start this new job today, so I'll have a lot of time to watch a lot of games during the day. So I'll be able to just sit and watch games. Be my job from now on. I got to set something up here so we can maybe see if you can see that. We got the TVs in the background there, right? The 3 TV setup. Maybe we'll set up a command center during these games. I'm excited. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm super excited for these Saturday shows. If you know people that are big soccer bettors, football bettors on these Saturday mornings, and when there's 50 leagues kicking off at 9:30 and 10 o'clock, please let them know we're going to do this really cool show. I'm not sure how long it's going to be. Yeah, Yankees beat everybody but the Pirates. Bill, everybody but the Pirates. Who's pitching tonight? Taillon and Quintana. Yeah, look, I mean, I would bet, you got to bet the Yankees most nights. I'm gonna maybe actually throw that in as one of my plays tonight. Have to look and see what we got here on these games. But yeah, I think sometimes, what I'll do for baseball, I've been used to doing this for the for the ESPN show. I'll go to ESPN and look at the schedules, right? And I'll just kind of take a look, right? ESPN, Taillon against Quintana, and just quickly, Pirates are, Pirates. They're doing okay. I mean, I think they're doing a little bit better than people thought they'd be doing. I mean, they still stink, but they're not like the worst team in the league. My guy Loizaga, that's my guy, man, from the Trenton Thunder. Herman, these guys, oh my guys, man. I used to cover them all the time. The Pirates haven't been terrible in the last, other than the 19-2 loss, but and they hung with Milwaukee. And then what I'll do is I'll go here and I'll say, Taillon is 9-1, 3.32 ERA, right? So pretty good. Only 11 walks. Quintana has a bad record, but he has a decent ERA. So to me, I'm saying, you know what? It's not the worst, but the Yankees are probably going to win this pretty big. So, I think you can really lock that up. Let's see. I'm gonna. But that's kind of what I'll do. I'll just go here. So then, look for another game. All right. You kind of go up and down. I'm real big records again, like records and matchups. Like it's a soccer. Look, when you go over to my premium page and see up until today, like 8 wins in a row, it's not like I like good teams against bad teams, but you can't just say every good team against every bad team. You have to pick your spots. That's where it's difficult to say what's the best game. What's the best game on the calendar? I'm not trying to play 5, 10, 15 games. When these college football games, I could play 5 or 10 college football games on a weekend. I think there's enough games, but I think you have to just kind of find the 2 or 3 best games and say, I'm going to, I would say an odd number, to be honest. Like I would say find 3 and say, I'm going to play these 3 games. Maybe put them in a parlay and maybe play them straight. And, why or whatever, and just go from there. So I think that's a different, a way to do it. And, you kind of look through some of these odds here for these games tonight. Texas at Baltimore. I'll kind of sift through. I'll look at the money line first and then say, okay, like Kansas City versus Houston. Who's pitching? So you got Greinke, who's like, against Garcia, who's like, he's okay. Gives up a lot of walks and a lot of home runs. So is it worth laying minus 125 for 1.5 months? Because you can't lay the money line. It's minus 245. Is it worth taking him at, a really good Houston team at home against a really bad Royals team away? Is it worth doing that? Maybe. What are the other games? Toronto at Oakland. Toronto is just came off the weekend, not really playing well. It's, the Colorado, Los Angeles. Rockies are terrible on the road. Terrible. And Marquez has a 6 ERA. He gets up over a hit an inning against the best team in baseball, second best team, whatever. Is it worth taking the Dodgers? Now, so to me, hold on, let me go back to that. So I'm going to go through and say, oh, who's injured for the Dodgers? I don't know. Kimbrough, Chris Taylor, not really any position players. So, probably the Dodgers have their lineup out there against a bad pitcher. Maybe I'll say, all right, I'll look online and say, all right, they're minus 220. Is it worth taking them, on the money line? No. Is it worth taking a shot on the Dodgers on minus 1.5? Probably. So I'll say, all right, minus 1.5. Yeah. Go ahead. It's worth it. So I think Atlanta run line. Bill, when you say Atlanta run line, hold on, Bill. I have this thing here. Where is it? Oh, wait. Bill, so we have the I'm going to get you the promo. So I can just open it right here. And I'm going to put it right into hold on here. I'm going to put it right into a Google Doc. The technology. How about this? I'm going to go right into it. Man, now I'm bouncing all over the place. Mets run line. Yeah, I'm going to look at that in a second. Well, I'm going to pull this up for you. There's my promo code, and I'm going to show you this. I don't even know. It's crazy. Let me see here. This is the page here, right? Here's my thing. So let me see if you can see this. So right now, apparently I'm the hottest handicapper on the site, plus 927 units. I don't play units, but like what I do is I play like you can see all my pick history here. Going back to whatever. I play just like, look, man, bet this. I don't because I don't want to tell you to bet $100 or tell you to bet $50 or tell you because I don't know what you play. So like, you play what you can. So here's yesterday I went 3-2, but the 3 games I hit yesterday were Austin FC money line and Austin FC plus 0.75. Those were 2 of them. So like, those right there. What's up, Lex Steele? Kind of were pretty big. So Ayani, how you doing? Ayani is asking about the Mets run line. So schedule. Oh, Scherzer's pitching. Yeah, look, I mean, it's probably a no-brainer, Ayani. Yeah, I think you could take that. Scherzer 5-1. Yeah, I think you got to bet that, Ayani. Minus 132. I think you just have to. They're pretty good at home. They're pretty good on the road. The Reds stink on the road. Lodolo's not pitching very well. He doesn't have a lot of innings, obviously. So, but he's 1-2. He's only pitched 14 innings. So I think that's. A lot of people on the Mets run line, but I went no runs first inning. So one of those big things. Inning 1. Under 0.5 in the first inning, minus 112. So thanks, Ayani. Hey, look, most of the time this is soccer. We talk I'll talk anything. Baseball. I coached and played baseball in college and coached and, covered the Yankees AA team for 6 years. So I'm pretty knowledgeable baseball guy. I do, and Bill, the prices are on there, but I know with the best bet, you get if you use the promo code, you get a guarantee. If it loses, you get your site a site credit back, Bill. So like, if it wins, you keep the money. If you lose, you get a site credit back, and then you get the next best bet. So, obviously, if somebody's 3-7 in 10 games, it's not like thing. Yes, it is time for football. Now, listen, we're going to have a big time. I don't know where it's going to be. We did this company is pretty overarching company. There's a lot of different brands here. Max Wagers, Winners and Winers. They're all kind of, different brands here. So, but of the same company. So How to Bet was one of these things that we did. And we're going to have a How to Bet show on NFL. Man, you can go on if you go to How to Bet YouTube here. So you go to How to Bet. I mean, you can see here's me doing these dopey things, man. Wearing this shirt. You can see I lost about 15 pounds. But so here's some of these shows, and you see us kind of talking. But it goes back. You can look at we did March Madness. I had North Carolina to win the national championship. I had North Carolina to win the East. I had North as an 8 seed. I had North Carolina win a national championship. So I know, I'm a North Carolina fan. But you see some of these things where, if you go look and see what we did for football season during these parlays, I know, Lex, that's the joke, man. That's the joke. If you see what we did during NFL season and college season, we absolutely annihilated it. We were 70. I was 70% on my parlays. We go through and pick these parlays every week, and we do these shows. And I write a bunch of stories and break down Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night. So there's all kinds of stuff going on. So we do that, and then I'm very good at that, and then obviously soccer. So we have Ayani, we have a lot of these games. Obviously the Champions League are now, but July 5th, we're only 25 days away from Liverpool and Manchester City playing in the Charity Shield. 25 days. Like, these games are coming up quickly. So the Premier League, that's where this stuff, it gets really, I think I'm pretty knowledgeable at it. Pretty good. So I'm pretty good at it. And the people that we have on are pretty knowledgeable. Yeah, Yanni, please, like, subscribe, and my Twitter is here. Here at the bottom, if you have, and that's my Instagram. If you put the underscores between the words the prodigal and Sean. If you have questions, please feel free. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. Send me a direct message. Say, listen, what's the deal with this lineup? It looks weird. Why is this line like this Maribor game? Why did it go from -143 to plus 100? Because I'm not, the show is at a certain time, right? So, but you might be trying to bet a game at 12 o'clock, so I don't know where you are, but it might be 9 o'clock, wherever you're. So, if you have a question, please feel free. Follow me on Twitter, ask me questions, send me comments here, do whatever you need to do. Just ask questions. I think the good thing about the comments here is, Bill's been here for a while, and Foxy's been here for a while, and Lex has been here for a while, and these, they will post what they think. They'll post what they think and say, this is what I think today, and it's a community, and we can all get better and all make money betting here. I think that's the key. I'm not always right. I'm a genius, but geniuses are sometimes wrong. We'll see now. Now that the Large Hadron Collider is open, maybe my electricity in my brain will be amplified and stuff like this. Maybe we'll be in an alternate timeline or something. That's for the physics. That's for the astrophysics podcast. You can check that out on my YouTube channel. Astrophysics and all that stuff. Lasers. I'm a big laser guy, real genius and stuff. But I think the cool thing about this show, and I think, it's a mix, because the winners and whiners, we have the handicaps and we have the free picks and stuff like this. But all these shows, where here, where you have, Midday Money, Sean Higgs, and Morning Wood, Just Parlays with Chris King, Back to the Window, Scott and Scott, me, and Game Time Decisions. These people are all here to answer your questions and stuff, and it's a community, and there's a lot of comments and a lot of people watching and stuff, so it's pretty cool. My show is, a lot of the people on here are newer or old, they've been around on Winners and Whiners for a while, so I'm trying to build a little following and stuff. But I have a pretty decent, there's some pretty good people that follow me on here. I'm all the people I mentioned and everything. So we had my guy Chris watching yesterday from Cambridge, England, and we have some followers there. So it's pretty interesting. Don't forget Cruzeiro. Hey, yes, Ayani. If you want to bet today, take on, here, let me pull this up. I don't know if you were here at the beginning, but we will. Oh, soccer. This is Bill. Bill kind of showed this, and it's pretty interesting value. Cruzeiro here at plus 112. When you look at these, the table, Cruzeiro's really good. 2 losses, both on the road, but Ituano is not. So Ituano is struggling a little bit. So Cruzeiro at plus 112. Okay, so you're in Cali at 155. So this game kicks off at 3 o'clock your time. So in about an hour, Cruzeiro MG in the Brazilian Serie B, second division, We looked at that and liked the play. And then that's for tonight. And then tomorrow we had a bunch of the Champions League games. I liked Sheriff. I liked Maribor a little bit, and I like Bodo Glimt minus 2.25 if you have them in a parlay, whatever in French barrels. But remember, if you missed the show ever, you could always go back and watch it. It's on Max Wagers Network. You could always watch the show. If you can't tune in, obviously you can't ask questions. But once again, if you missed the show and the games are tonight at you're in Cali, so you're 3 hours behind. The game, say we're talking about a Premier League game at like the 12:30 kickoff here, so it's 9:30 for you. If it's 7:30, you could text me and say, "Hey, listen, I missed the show, but like, what do you think about this game?" Yeah, no problem. So just make sure you're doing that. So following everything. So, but yeah, definitely. But Cruzeiro, I think as soon as I get off the show, I'm going to jump on that. Thanks, Bill, for the tip there. So, and I'm on the Dodgers run line, Mets run line, and Cruzeiro. Yeah, CRUZEiro. Cruzeiro. Yep. And Dodgers run line, Mets run line, and I think maybe you could even look at the Astros if you want in that game. I think. The Astros are facing Greinke. I don't know, what he's got left, but the Astros are a better team. I would say the Mets and the Dodgers are better placed, though. All right. Money, I knew you're in California. They're going to pass that law probably in November. Caesars has a promotion, $1,500 for your first wager. First, up to $1,500 first bet is risk-free. Use promo code VideoWinners15. Make sure you're liking, subscribing, ringing the bell. And yeah, no problem, Amani. Definitely, or Ayani, sorry. And I'm on 4 to 5 every day, and on weekends when the league starts, I'll be. I have to figure out time. I don't care. I'll come on and talk about soccer for 2 hours. I don't really care. So, here's the thing at the bottom for anybody. The promo code is here, and I can do that as a. Let me see if I can do it as a ticker. So it's not a ticker there. You can use that code right there, 50% off on my plays, and for tomorrow, tonight. Most of the plays today, I have some baseball in there, but most of the plays are for tomorrow now, the Champions League. So when we talk during the show, in the going forward, everything will be like for the next day. Because soccer is, these games are on while we're talking. So what we will do is, Amani, we will talk live betting during the time these games are on, because I usually come on for the second half of the Champions League games, second half of the Premier League games at 4:00 Eastern time, 1:00 your time in California, and we talk about some of these, the live betting angles. So it's pretty cool. All right, so make sure you're subscribing, liking, ringing the bell, and I'll see everybody. Hold on. Definitely, definitely. And Bovada, they got all these lines and stuff, and you're gonna they'll pass the law probably in November to make sure you vote yes, and you can have all these other DraftKings and everything else. But make sure you're tuning in every day, and if you can't, you could always watch again. You could always, most of my stuff, unlike some of the other things, and then they're talking baseball at 6:00. It's for the games tonight. A lot of my soccer games are for the next day, so you can watch it tonight. If you get home from work at 8:00 tonight, it's still valid for tomorrow's games. So that's the good thing. So, all right, I will see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Thanks for watching.